Hey, what up, everybody? It's Moss coming to you with some modern content. Now, today I'm going to play something that's a little bit outside of my norm. Normally, on the team that I'm on, Team Primetime, go check us out on YouTube. I normally play Rakdos Scam. Today, however, I'm going to play Hammertime. Now, this deck's fairly straightforward and it's gone through a couple of different changes since Saffron Olive originally created and piloted the deck, but the plan of it's simple. Play a Colossus Hammer, equip it onto one of your creatures for free, either using Sigarda's Aid, Pure Steel Paladin, or the newest edition of Forgenew, and then just swing at your opponents with big 10, 12, or 20 whatever creatures. You're just bonking opponents left and right. And you've got stuff like Pure Steel Paladin to kind of make it mid-rangey and draw out of it. Same with Esper Sentinel. You got Stoneforge Mystic to find all your artifacts. Deck is real straightforward. Sideboard, you've got Sanctifier Invec to beat all of the graveyard-based decks. You've got Drannith Magistrate to take out all of the Cascade decks. Surge of Salvation, stop your creatures from dying. Mana Tithe, if you really just want to twist the knife and counter their stuff. Curse Totem to deal with all of the Agatha's Soul Cauldron decks. Chalice of the Void to either hit stuff on 0, maybe onto Pithing Needle to basically stop EE and other shenanigans. And March of Otherworldly Light to get rid of any big threats that your deck might encounter. But that's it for the deck tech. I'll see you guys in match number 1. Alright, match number 1, and we get to be on the play. And this hand really sucks. Not only does it have way too many artifacts, but it also doesn't have any colored mana. So shooting that one back. This hand is a little bit better. Yeah, I think I can keep this. And we're just going to go ahead and put back the... We're going to put back the Horizon Canopy here. Actually, we're going to put back the Plains. Alright. Now, if there's Scam, holding up Surge is pretty good. Really, against any Thoughtseize deck, it's really good to just hold up Surge on 1. So, let's do it like that, see what they got. Okay, they are Burn. Good thing this deck does have kind of a great Burn matchup. Bad news is putting back that Plains is gonna lead to us taking a couple points of damage here at the beginning. Hey! Alright. A little less punished. Okay. Now we can do things kind of interestingly. Because now we still get to hold up Surge. And if we draw a hammer, we just win next turn. Well, yeah, we do win. But let's see what they got. Alright, so play the Swifty. And they're just going to swing. And we'll happily take like 3 here. That's fine. What it will be kind of interesting to see is if they... Okay. So they don't do anything too crazy here. They're probably making sure that they don't cast... Okay, Rift Bolts. Bad. Can we get a hammer? Oh, dope. So we just win. Okay, opponent sees a line. Sweet. Alright, into game number 2. Alright, so here we just want Sanctifiers. They're probably great. Surge of Salvation, really good for us too. And then I think we really just want to get rid of all the slower stuff. So Nettlecyst, Forgenews, and let's go ahead and drop. It's either Cauldra Complete or we drop a Steel Shaper's Gift. I really want to say we just maybe drop a Cauldron Complete here. But I think we're going to take the Steel Shaper's Gift and then run it like that. All right. So, game number 2. Honestly, this is such a good matchup for us. Like, there's really no downside. This hand is slow, but Pure Steel Paladin and Saga really makes this kind of a no-brainer for us. Though I do think we probably need to start with Plains, hold up Surge, and then see what happens from there. Okay. Opponent goes for the Goblin Guide. They reveal a Sigarda's Aid. That's a real good start. And I think we're just going to go ahead and do this. And then maybe we can Sigarda's Aid on 2, play an Urza's Saga. Okay. Opponent goes for the same line as last time. And they deal a little damage to themselves. We're going to cast the Surge. Save ourselves just like 3 extra points. And our opponent's already got 3 cards in hand. Didn't swing at all. Again, that's just such a good time for us. Alright, so we can either Urza's Saga and have... Yeah, no, I think we're just going to go ahead and play land, aid, say go. And then maybe next turn we can go for the Urza's Saga. It really just depends on so many of our top decks. Now, if our opponent tries to go for just big burn right now, alright, they exile a Rift Bolt. I mean, I'm actually okay with them swinging for 3 here. Alright, Springleaf Drum off the top is gonna be great. So that actually does let us go Urza's Saga. Yep. And let's go ahead and just play it like this to start off with. Because now we can protect our Pure Steel Paladin, which is huge. Now, if they want to be the good burn opponent, they're probably going to go after our Pure Steel. And they might have some backup. Okay, they're just going to go face, which we're totally okay with. We don't want to get, like, too low here. Okay. So now they're getting kind of frisky. And I think we're going to go ahead and do this. Because if we draw any number of other things off the top of our deck, we're kind of cool with this. But let's see. Alright. Tap this. Cast the Surge. Okay, so they're going to remove it in response. That's absolutely okay. Stopping us from gaining the life. Probably pretty impactful. Oh no. That says damage can't be prevented. Oh. Okay. Okay. Big oof. Yeah. So a we're a couple burn spells from dying right now. If okay. Cycling is big. Advantage tapped. Are they gonna swing? No, they don't go for the swing. Okay, so we'll activate. Okay, opponent is fetching, getting a basic. Are they just gonna double burn us here? Okay, skull crack. I'm totally fine with skull crack because this does mean that we can. Okay, all right, we get shadow spear. We attach it to the one that can attack. We gain 6. And we have a huge life point swing for us this turn. All right, we're going to play the basic out. Swing. And now we're basically just securing ourselves a win here. Okay, so we attack through. We're going to go ahead and just move that over. Okay, so now we're pretty safe. What's our opponent got for us? Hopefully not much. Moving to combat. I will say the one thing that wouldn't be great is if they had a deflecting palm. Okay. So let's go ahead and just sack that, draw a card. Wow, double hammer. Okay. Okay. So that doesn't feel great. If they had exactly that and D palm. Hey, let's go. All right. See you guys in match number 2. All right, match number 2. We get to be on the play again. Now, let's see. All right, this hand isn't great. We need some type of white mana, and it's a Gigantha deck, so it's either Tron or it's like Grixis. We'll mull that. We went from garbage to worse. Uh, we'll mull again. This is basically the same hand that we had at the beginning, but I feel like we kind of have to keep this one. Um, let's go ahead and just drop those. And yeah, we'll run it like this. Like mulling the 4 feels real bad. Oh gosh, they are okay, they're not Grixis. They're Jund. Um, Thought seizing, they're probably gonna take the Esper Sentinel. Really, all of these are like actively bad. Okay, they took the Surge, which I get it. Okay. Not seeing white mana is... Alright, well, thankfully, we can do this and at least tap that to get this out. And then say go. Okay, Thought sees us again. That's fine, because we at least get to draw a card. Oof. Surge is good. They're probably still going to take Aid, though. I mean, we do get to be put in a pretty good position. Alright. Not having... Oh, yeah, okay, they just push. If we get a land, we can at least... Sweets, I guess? Alright, pass. Now, if we got Blood Mooned here, I would not be thrilled. Or are they just Golgari? They're just Golgari. Alright, yeah. We will do that. Tarmogoyf is really gonna hurt. Okay. So how exactly do we want to do this? I think if we make another... I think we do kind of have to float here. And as much as I'm not a big fan of it, just I think we do need to get another drum here because double drum is at least going to let us So we will tap that, play this. We will go ahead and get a Cauldra complete and then say go. And then no matter what they do here in this situation, like we can at least protect what we're doing. Cauldra complete the next turn. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and tap you down. Yeah. We're safe. All of our stuff is safe. I'm actually really okay with this situation. Now, what will be unfortunate is if they have a Haywire Might, but we can maybe fight through that. Okay, interesting, playing the Rot Farm. Given they're only two colors, they definitely have to have the Urza Saga somewhere in their deck. And if they have the Urza Saga, they definitely have the Golgari or the Haywire Might. Okay, so we'll take 6. Okay. So we're just gonna go ahead and swing here. Ugh. If I wasn't sick, this would be so much better. We probably could have played that out for a little bit more aggression, but it is what it is. Yeah, there's the Urza Saga. Okay, so yeah, I think we do have to do this. Play that out. Living weapon. Okay. So let's just go ahead and pop that. Okay, we got a Stoneforge Mystic. I think we honestly want to get like a Nettle Cyst here. Yeah, I think Nettle Cyst might be the take. The question is, how do we want to... So we have to tap that. And then I guess we do have to tap this down as well. Play this out. Yeah. And then we don't want to swing because they're just going to block it with whatever we throw out there. So we'll leave it like that. We probably could have held on to that. Interesting that they go for this line here. Let's see what they end up getting. I think bringing in the Curse Totem might be really good for this. Same with maybe even Pithing Needle, because Pithing Needle naming Saga is really good, even though it does stop our own sagas. Okay, so they're gonna float with this one, get the Haywire Might. Or are they gonna make one with both? That would be really interesting. Oh, they tapped down their other saga. Okay, so they're making it with that one. Maybe. Okay. So they got Haywire Might, they've got Black up. Okay. They cast Cling to Dust on our Esper Sentinel. Now, I think one of the better things to do would be to maybe just animate, move this over. And then we can, like, really just hope to race here. So, let's tap you and tap to equip it here. And then let's swing with just the Ink Moth and that. Now, chances are they're running two Haywire Mites. Okay, so they went after the nettle cyst. That's really good. All right, so we're just in the air with the 1/1. Okay, and then we will pass from there. Okay, so what's the opponent gonna do? They're probably gonna go ahead and make another Urza Saga token. And if they do that, then they're definitely... Hmm. If they do that, it's cutting them off of activating the Restless Cottage, which we're fine with. Searching and getting what, though? Okay, they search and get Shadow Spear. Shadow Spear is really good against us right now. Alright, let's see how much mana we have. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're almost at enough. We're almost at enough to activate and move that over. I mean, we can take the 7. If we could somehow just move stuff around, then we would be fine. But I think, yeah, they got us here. Okay. So, let's tap that. Alright. So, we'll go ahead and just swing that through. Yeah. Because I think no matter what we do, we're not going to be able to survive this next turn. So, let's do. Tap that. Yeah, we're not surviving. Alright, GG, opponent. Alright, let's sideboard. Okay, so in sideboarding, we want to bring in Pithing Needle. Curse Totem does unfortunately shut off our Stoneforge Mystics, so maybe not the greatest there. Bringing in Relic is fine, and bringing in March seems pretty good. Let's take out Sophie because it's not doing a lot. Forgenew is the grindy card, which, yeah, this is definitely a grindy matchup, so there's an argument to be made for it. And then I think we can probably go down on copies of Steel Shaper's Gift and Giver of Runes. And I think we're kind of cool with it like this. Alright, run it. Alright, so we are going to be on the play for game number 2. Um, This hand's not bad. It is definitely slower, but I think we can actually run it. Because Double Saga is really hard for some decks to beat. We'll go with that and drum on 1 and say go. Okay, let's go Saga and say go. Opponent's gonna fetch. Okay. We actually just set our opponent back a whole turn, which feels incredible for us. Um, and then we will play Inkmoth and pass. Okay. So yield until the end step. Alright, and then we'll just go ahead, make the creature. Alright, now what do we want to do here? I think we do want to go ahead and make this token. And then, I don't think we want to get anything too crazy just yet. So we'll get the relic and let's get this other Urza Saga going. And then we'll start swinging. Okay, so they Orcish Bowmaster, that's fine. Alright, so they ping us. They block, and that's fine. Alright, opponent goes land. Do nothing. We're just going to go ahead and target them. Alright, Sigarda's Aid is a really good pickup for us. So let's go ahead and just play Aid. And then we will go ahead and swing like this. Okay, opponent plays another Orcish Bowmaster. Gross. Now, what'll be really unfortunate is if they do something like play an EE on 0 this next turn. That would be pretty brutal. So they take a little bit of damage. That March of Otherworldly Light really did a number to them. Alright, opponent just goes Verdant and Reclaimer. We're kind of cool with that. And it looks like they're just gonna pass again. Well, let's go ahead and exile something from our graveyard. Let's exile our Saga. We'll go ahead and make another construct. Okay. So now's a big question for us. We can do something like go ahead and make this other Saga. And then we can actually don't think we want to animate our Inkmoth Nexus. Okay. So the question is, what do we want to do here? I feel like Shadow Spear is probably the best thing to kind of close out the game. And we'll just equip it on one of those. And then we will go ahead and tap that. And then we will start by Sigarda's aiding. targeting that one. Living weapon. And yeah, let's move it over. And then we'll swing big right here. See what happens. We definitely get blown out by an EE right now, but I really don't see how our opponent's getting through this. They need exactly engineered explosives. Okay. Like, EE on 1 or 0 just bodies us a little bit. But let's find out. Okay, they go Nurturing Peatland, and then... Ooh, Call of the Death Dweller is real gross right now. I like that combo. Like that combination of cards. Yep. Make that the Death Toucher, and Pew Pew. Okay. I will say, if we do draw a Surge of Salvation, we kind of just absolutely wreck that. Um, we also do it if we animate Ink Moth and equip. And just swing with that in the air? No way. Um, okay. Hey, let's go. Opponent didn't see the line. All right, so honestly, on the draw, I could see maybe bringing in Sanctifier because they really don't have that much to deal with it. Forge Anew is still fairly grindy, but not the type of grindy that we need. And then I think we're just going to cut all the givers and just kind of run it like this. Okay, so on the draw, we got Needle, Canopy. We have another March. I like this hand. No thoughts, he's on 1. All right, opponent's mulliganing the 5. Like how that sounds. Opponent goes Verdant and pass. We're going to go ahead and start with Esper Sentinel and Sego. Next turn, we can go Sentinel and, or Sigarda and something. Okay, opponent didn't have removal. That's good. Okay, Orcish Bowmaster, not fun. Not the worst, but definitely not great for us. I think we are just gonna kind of risk this right now and maybe just get a Shadow Spear. And as long as we don't get Thought Seized off of our Sigarda's Aid, we might have a shot at winning. Okay, opponent is Playing Grist. Yeah, that's a way to just beat our huge advantage. Okay, so another Canopy land. Okay, so I think the play for us is Needle Name Grist, and then we hold up this Nettle Cyst. Okay, they draw. That's okay for us. Ew, our opponent goes for the Witherbloom command to destroy our stuff, and they're going to mill a bunch of cards. Doesn't feel super good for us. Let's see if they decide to tick down Grist, though. Because if they do, then I think we can still get there this next turn. Okay. So, opponent is doing the Grist thing. They're going to target our Stoneforge. We're going to go ahead and Nettle Cyst. And then we can probably... Okay. So we go here. This. This. Attack Grist. Alright, we're at 31, so now we have a big life point swing for us. A Fatal Push really just undoes so much of what we just did here, though. Another Grist also doesn't feel great. Okay, that's rude, but fine. Okay, Tarmogoyf. Yeah, 7-8 Tarmogoyf isn't really something that we're really worried about. Okay, so we'll go ahead and cast this. And then we will draw and we'll swing. Alright, opponent's at 8. Opponent plays their own Shadow Spear. They equip. Okay, opponent's at 16. We'll cast. We'll play that. We will crack the canopy. Have another basic. just to get that extra. Well, can't get the extra point because they destroyed our nettle cyst. Rip. Oh well, small mistake. 42 to 5. That's just crazy. All right, so does our opponent have it? Uh, they do have the Witherbloom command. Okay. And then they've got the Beseiju on top of all of that. Okay, Urza Saga, I don't hate. Wow, opponents really clawing their way back into this game, though. Okay, so, well, mm, yeah, so, a little bit of a faux pas there, too. Oh well. We'll make our Ornithopter lifelinking and trampling. Yeah, go ahead and take that out with the demo field. Give us another basic. Now opponent's probably going to hold on to the Beseiju as a extra way to destroy our creature, which ain't great. Now, will they put Gigantha in hand, though? Is a real good question. Okay. And let's just go ahead and make our Ink Moth a flyer. Maybe start getting in for a little chip or two. Ooh, Fatal Push. Gross. All right. So we know they've got Beseiju in hand, one unknown, and they're just going for the Restless Cottage activation. I mean, yeah, that definitely does something. Hmm. Okay. So, where we might have honestly had this, I think now the game is really slipping away, which is crazy when you think about the huge amount of life that we had before. Oh, such a brutal game, too. All right. So, opponent's going to swing through for 12 this turn. Yeah. Exile our canopy. Swing. Yep, they got us. All right, GG's opponent. See you guys in match number 3. All right, match number 3, and we're going to be on the draw. Okay, hand's a little bit risky, but any equipper really does make it go off. And there goes the risk. Hey, just monkey. Okay. Well, let's make them have it. I mean, thankfully, Urza's Saga does put in a lot of work here in this particular matchup, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to overcome everything that they can do. Because right now we're just getting mid-ranged the blank out right now. Gross, and they took our pure steel off the top. And the Thoughtseize. Yeah, I think we're probably about to lose. Because they're just going to take our Stoneforge, and then this whole game really just falls apart for us. Okay, Ornithopter is a card that we can draw. I think it is just Saga here, though. And then Ornithopter, Colossus Hammer, just for the extra potential point. And then we say go. Now, the question is, do we Nettle Cyst next turn, or do we go for, well, another Ornithopter? That would have been appreciated. I mean, they just play it. There's like no downside to that. Are they going to go for Saga? Oh no, they went for the Blood Moon. Yep. That's a conceit if I've ever seen one. All right. Man. Okay, so this matchup, we definitely want the Pithing Needle for the EEs they for sure have. We want Sanctifiers. And we want the Surges. Relic feels a little slow against them. Uh, Honestly, Forgenew just seems like a really bad card for us here. Sophie is okay, but it's not the greatest. Steel Shaper's Gift doesn't feel particularly good either, and I think we'll drop a Giver and run it back. All right, we're going to be on the play for game number 2. If they opening turn scam me, do I hate this hand? Kinda, but it does have redundancy. And really just being able to go Ink Moth potentially with a hammer on 3 feels spectacular. Oh yeah, no, they've definitely got turn 1 scam. Alright. Yeah. They're gonna go double pure steel. Yeah. Uh okay, so we can't go a Gonjo, which sucks. Let's go for Nexus just in case we end up actually getting it. Because a Gonjo, if we get a hammer on our next draw, we can win if they don't have removal. Alright, opponent just swings. That's fine. Okay. We did not get it. That's fine. Okay. Opponent's still on 1 land. Well, now they're on 2. It'll be interesting to see what they do here. They didn't go for it, which is shocking. Alright. Well, We're going to go ahead and do this. We need a lot of things. In this particular situation, we need a lot. There is a very strong chance that they kept in Blood Moon just for the sake of really getting us here. Okay. Well, I think what we gotta do is this. Okay. So are they just gonna push it? Oh no. Okay. Sanctifier would have been a great pickup for us off the top. Mm, okay. Well, let's make this a creature. Let's float a mana. Let's get a Colossus Hammer. Let's equip it. Yeah. And swing. Do they have the push? Gross. Ah. All right. That really sucks. All right, play Giver of Runes and then say go. We're probably taking 6 here. Unless they just went for Fury somehow, but yeah. There's not a single draw that gets us back into this game now. Uh, and that definitely wouldn't have done it either. Okay, well, we'll give it one last turn. I don't think we can survive here in any situation. Yeah, a little greedy of us to try and go for the Ink Moth line, but oh, GG. Dang. All right. See you guys in match number 4. All right. Match number 4, and we're going to be on the play. This hand's almost a turn 2 win. We'll keep. As long as we don't get scammed out of the game, I think we're actually kind of fine with this. All right. We are about to get burned out, maybe? Extra land, extra land, extra land. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that, I guess. There's certainly worse things for us to get. really surprising that our opponent isn't casting what I assume are burn spells. I mean, what could they have right now that's kind of meaningful to just hold up mana besides burn spells? Alright, so opponent's just really deep in the tank right now. Okay. So they're going with Monastery. And what else? I mean, as long as you're like not going to kill this, we're fine, right? I mean, are you going to bolt it? Or I just go for Surge here. Yeah. Okay. We go for Shadow Spear, and then that. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Cool. Our burn opponent was just really giving up there. All right. So, what do we want to do? All right. I think the first match we just brought in Surge and Sanctifier, maybe? Sophie doesn't seem worth it. Forgenew is too slow. I really want to bring in Manatide in addition to a couple Sanctifiers. At least on the draw, it makes a little bit of sense. Uh, we'll go ahead and cut Cauldra because it's not doing a whole lot for us. And then we'll cut the Givers. Steel Shaper's Gift is still really good because it lets us get through a lot of different things. Okay, so we can go Ornithopter on 1, hold up Surge. I don't think we want to go Pure Steel on 2, just because we want to be able to protect it. Okay, so we do have options. They're just gonna play Rift Bolt. I mean, I don't hate that. Sure. Are you gonna cast Rift Bolt? Target me? Okay. Okay, they play Sunbaked. And Goblin Guide. Okay, put another Plains into my hand? Like, yeah, I'll take a little bit of a hit here. But nothing that I'm like actively freaking out about. Okay, Nettle Cyst isn't the greatest draw. We'll play Aid though. And say go. I mean, if they want to go, like, and throw an extra burn spell at our face, we're fine with that, too. Though life total is definitely something we need to be aware of. Alright, so opponent's just going straight to combat. Swinging pretty freely. Another Sagardizade. I do think we just have to let that happen. Again, we are getting precariously low right now. And at some point, I do think that protecting our stuff is almost a little overrated. But I think this is the last turn that we're going to be protecting, and next turn we can start really pushing. All right, say go. Okay. Opponents just kind of tanking, slowly moving through their steps. Okay, Esper Sentinel is a pretty solid reveal for us. We'll block with the Ornithopter. Okay. Alright, what's our opponent going to do here? Because, like, there are lots of questions as to what could happen at this point. And we do have the ability to just play Nettle Cyst next turn in response to attacks, blocks, whatever. Alright. So, yeah, let's go ahead and just Urza Saga. We'll play the Sentinel. I almost want to swing with the pure steel right now, but I think we're gonna hold off on that. And I really do want to force them to make me pop this Surge of Salvation. Okay, so they're bolting that. Are you gonna let me draw? Mm, yeah, we'll let that happen. Every single burn spell that they don't actively point at our face is just 3 life that we're basically gaining at this point. Okay. And they are stuck on 2 lands, which is not insignificant for us. Okay, revealing Stoneforge. Pretty big, because that does mean that next turn we do end up getting a Shadow Spear. They gotta be doing something. They're just tanking and really thinking over what they're about to play. And they know that next turn's my Shadow Spear turn. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Uh, okay. So, yeah, I'll do it like that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, this game is so over. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna go ahead and get the Shadow Spear. We're gonna go ahead and cast the Shadow Spear. Do that. Yeah. And cool. Opponent saw the line or the writing on the wall. All right. GG's. See you guys in match number 5. All right. Final match of our league, and we are going to be on the draw. We got enough lands to go pure steel on 2. So I think we'll keep, and hopefully we're not getting scammed. God, the less we're getting scammed. Alright, so they're definitely taking the Pure Steel or the Surge here. Both of which are not going to have us feeling great. Okay. So we're going to go Ornithopter and Sago. At least we didn't get Grief Scammed on one. Grief Scam would have felt bad. Ooh, what? This is John. Alright, we have a game. Alright, so if we go Urza's Saga right now, and I feel like we have to go. Okay, let's go for Ink Moth and Sago. Then we can go. There's a huge number of things that we can do over the next couple of turns. Jund was not what I was expecting to go against. Okay. That's cool. So it's like, yeah, we play Saga, and we say go. They just eat their own thing. And huh. Okay, they discard 2 lands. Really doesn't feel super good for us. Um, actually, I think we do just end up taking 2 here. What is this opponent doing? I mean, yeah, we'll discard. Okay. We'll play that. say Sigardazade and pass. Now, I will admit, we can actually make it here. We can absolutely win if they make a couple of weird choices. And I think it all starts with them plussing Lily here. So we absolutely take this. Yep. Okay. Alright. So what does this turn look like for us? Wow. I definitely went a little too early with that activation. Man. Okay. So like, yeah, we gotta. I mean, we do just go for the... Do we just go for the hammer here? Yeah. There are a lot of... Ah, man, we should have held off. Okay. Man. So it's not even like Zoomer Jund. Or I guess it kind of is. We got a lot of Zoomery cards in here. Yeah. Draw some stuff off of the One Ring. Each player discards a card. Yeah, we'll discard that. I mean, if we went Stoneforge Shadow Spear, we're not like too unhappy with that situation. But this also just helps us out a whole lot. Okay. Okay, so block. And then we will do this. Alright, come on, opponent. Can you respond to it? You gotta have double removal. Alright. Oh, they had double removal. Brutal. Yeah. We maybe could have done that just a little bit differently, but I think now there is no world in which we come back from this. Yeah, because they're just going to really go off right now. Yeah, they draw a bunch of cards. They're clearing through their deck. Oh, so close. So very close. Yep. All right. GG opponent. Okay. So, how do we want to do this? Cursed Totem almost feels fine. Surge of Salvation's great. Sanctifier almost feels good too, just because of Lily. That's the only reason why we don't want to bring it in. Um, and then we got that. We didn't see anything besides the One Ring that looked particularly annoying for us. Steel Shaper's Gifts, probably going out. Giver, not really doing a whole lot for us. It's a little too slow, and then I think dropping a Sophie is okay, and then run it like that. Okay, we'll say go. We're gonna be on the play. Uh, yeah, we're okay with this. Turn one Esper Sentinel at least replaces itself, and then Springleaf Forgenew can do things if we get hit by a lot of discard. Okay, we're gonna go Saga, Springleaf, and then we'll swing. I mean, if they go for the Orcish Bowmaster, then yeah. This line feels abysmal in that particular event. Okay. Um, do we necessarily hate this? Not really. We're not gonna attack here, though. Okay. So, they did the thing. They get us. Dang. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and do this before they needle Urza Saga. Or Alpine Moon Urza Saga. If they have double Moon to get Blink Moth and Urza Saga, this would feel terrible. And there's no reason now for us to just play really anything besides this. We'll yield through the turn after we attack, hopefully. We connected only for them to meet our thing with a bolt. They are stuck on 2 lands, though. Don't hate stuck on 2 lands. Okay. So we will swing. Are they just really thinking over? Okay. Yeah. You hit us with an ancient grudge opponent. That's definitely a legal move that you can make. By God, if it doesn't feel illegal, though. Okay, Delighted Halfling. It's a good card. Another Springleaf Drum doesn't feel great for us. Can we draw anything? Okay. Well, I'm just gonna attack here. Forgery really does feel bad in this exact scenario. They're just playing the One Ring? Okay. I think I can accept the One Ring. I'm not particularly fond of it, but like there are way worse things that could be happening to us. Alright. So you go. Now if next turn we get a hammer, we're kind of cool with this. We got lines. Double Goyf. And, well, let's just go ahead and swing with this because we can do it at instant speed. Okay, so hiya. Okay, so as long as it's our turn during each of our turns. I mean, they really did need the fatal push there. And that's good. That definitely starts killing a lot of our stuff. And Lily? Whew, yeah, I think it's time for us to pack this one up. Alright, we'll let them swing through for 8, see what the top deck is. And it's a hammer. Would have been great, but alas, not so great for us. Alright, so an unimpressive 2-3. I mean, hammer is fairly low in the meta right now for a reason. It's great against Murktide, but it does really get gummed up by a lot. And it does feel really bad in the scam. Yeah, The deck is pretty solid though otherwise, and well, see you guys in the next one.